This is the plaintiff, Alice Sierra. She says she and the defendant were really good friends, and for some reason, he thinks that makes him entitled to live in a property she owns without paying rent. She's sorry, but she needs her money, and she needs the ingrate to pony up the $3,200 he owes. So she's suing. This is the defendant, William Smith. He says he and the plaintiff were much more than friends. They used to date, for goodness sakes. This whole lawsuit's simply a woman's scorn type of thing, because he most definitely does not owe her any rent money. He had to laugh when he got this lawsuit and saw the amount the plaintiff was now seeking. All because they're no longer together? Ha! He's accused of not treating a lady friend very ladylike. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $3,260 for back rent, harassment, and other damages.
Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome,
okay, Alice Sierra, you are suing your former boyfriend, William Smith. I'm sorry, you're suing your former tenant, William Smith. He says he's your former boyfriend. You say he's not. For $3,200 in back rent, June, July, August, and September that you say he didn't pay. You are counterclaiming against her $3,260 in harassment, criminal mischief, and rent that you want paid back to you from May and June. What's going on?
What's going on is we know each other for several years. We had personal business and other things as well.
What's that mean?
I was a foster mother. He was a social worker.
Okay.
Okay. From there on, we hit it off. We were great, respectfully, till the end. Till this.
Did you ever, was it ever personal? Did you ever date?
We dated at one time.
Okay.
That's all it was.
Okay. Why were you not forthcoming with that? Like, why were you so secretive about that?
Because it was not worthy of my time.
So you had something at some point, but it wasn't big, and then at some point you decide you're going to rent to him.
I had recently just got married.
Okay.
And I worked in Brooklyn, where he was living at, and he had, we always talked. Then he was like, oh, I need a place because they're going to sell my house where I'm living at, where I'm renting from now. And I said, well, I just got married. I don't need the rooms that I have. If you need and you want, and we can agree on it. Okay. Verbally and writing, I have no problem.
Okay, what are, quote, the rooms? This is the house that you own?
I have a one-family house.
In where?
In Woodhaven, Queens.
Okay, so you have a house in Queens. You got married, so you moved out of the house.
That's
what
correct.
You're saying. So you were were you renting the house to anybody else too?
Yes, there was other tenants there.
How many tenants were there?
There were 2.
Okay, so there's 3 people who you have 3 separate verbal or written agreements with to rent at that place. Okay, yes. So then what happened? And what's the agreement, by the way?
The agreement was that he would rent out one of the units.
What's one of the units?
One of the rooms.
Which room did he rent out?
There's 3 rooms in my home. Then there's downstairs living room, dining room, kitchen, and there's a family room, which he knows I only use it for family purposes. And I was trustworthy because at the moment I didn't have all my stuff out. I let him have that one until we can move things going up. Because that's just.
I'm not understanding. What did you rent to him? Are you saying he had to stay in the family room because you hadn't moved your stuff from your bedroom yet?
Everything was not completed.
So, but is that what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you're renting him your bedroom, but you can't get your act together to get your stuff out of your bedroom?
No. It was just a recent thing. I wasn't going to have.
I don't know what you're saying, a recent thing. You're suing him for 5 months rent. That's not a recent amount of time. That's like a long amount of time. Right. Did he ever move into your bedroom or didn't he?
No.
Okay, so that's not it was like overnight. Okay. It's like, that's a really long time. What were you well, according to you, what was she renting to you?
According to me,
yes.
I rented the basement apartment.
Okay, so you rent this place out to him, and he pays rent for how many months?
He paid from November to April.
And then what happened?
Then he said to me that they garnished his, IRS got him, whatever that meant. He said to me.
I think we all know what that means.
Exactly. So then he says, okay, no problem. I'm going to get on it.
Is it a basement or a family room?
It's a family room, but it's a basement. To me, it's my family room.
Is this a basement apartment you don't have a right to rent?
No, because it's my family room.
So you don't have a CO for this, right?
No, but I didn't.
Have you ever been violated? Has building and zoning ever come to you and said, what are you doing? You can't rent stuff out?
I never rented that. before.
Has building and zoning come to you
Came
and
to
charged
my
you with a
house,
violation?
and I have a proof from them stating that it is, I bought the house like this and everything. I have the paper right here.
Let me
ma'am.
see all the paperwork from building and zoning.
Sure.
Have they filed a violation, yes or no?
Somebody did, yes.
Okay. Was it once you guys were having problems?
No,
It was
not at
before
all.
that.
This was all before. This was all before.
Okay. Now, according to you, you're renting the basement, and why is it you stopped paying rent?
Okay, sometime around, I believe, June or May, Miss Sierra posted a for sale sign in the yard of the building. When I asked her why was the for sale sign out there, she informed me she just wanted to see what the market value would yield.
She was selling the house, and she was basically trying to double dip in the sense that once you are selling the house, you can no longer take rent. And that's what she was trying to do.
Exactly.
She is a woman scorned.
Yes.
What?
Okay, now, let me...
What twice?
Okay.
Tell me how, when you're selling the house, you can't take rent.
To my knowledge is this, if I'm living in your premises and you're going to sell the house, you have to at least give me, okay, a certain amount of time to not collect rent, not pay you rent, but to take my funds and to find another place to live. The double dipping portion comes in. If she tells me, well, eventually you may have to find another place, so why should I continue to pay you the full amount of rent and I have to pay rent to another place?
Separate reality from fantasy, though?
Well,
Like, one thing is what you think is in your best interest to cheat somebody on. Another thing is what the law requires. You're suggesting that landlords can't collect rent when they decide they're going to sell a place. That's ridiculous.
No.
Your obligation to pay rent has
I'm not saying that
Listen,
that's
I'm talking. Your
sorry.
obligation to pay rent has zero to do with whether a landlord has put a for sale sign.
She also bought 2 or 3 real estate agents. And Michelle was saying, well, you know you're living here. How about give me some money?
June, July,
that's the double
August,
dipping.
and September. When did you move out?
I moved out the end of September.
Okay. And so June, July, August, and September, you pay nothing.
The last 2 months, I think I gave her $20.
$20?
No, $200.
$200. Okay. Now, you're suing her for harassment and criminal mischief. What's
Yes.
that about?
Okay, on October 16th, I moved actually maybe like a block from where the house is that we're talking about in question. She comes to my house with a friend of us. So I look through the peephole and see who she is. So I go inside, put my coat on, come outside, walk around the corner. She begins to start yelling. I said, if you're gonna yell, I'm gonna walk away. So she puts her hand on my chest. She says, well, what are you gonna pay me? I said, I'm not paying you anything right now. So I attempt to walk away. She pushes me in my chest. I take out my phone to call 911 because I see where this may be going. She grabs my phone. She grabs my phone and tries to pull it from my hand. I take my phone from her. Now, as I'm going to walk away again, she pushes me in my chest. She grabs me. She says, hit me, hit me. I threw my hands in the air and I said, somebody call the police. I'm being attacked.
Where's your phone?
My phone is in my pocket now. So at this point, I have a gold chain. She takes my gold chain, snatches it off my neck. It's in her hand. So I grab my gold chain. I'm pulling it from her. So now, long story short, someone called the cops. I guess they heard me yelling. And the cops responded. I went to my house. My girlfriend is there. I said, you need to get dressed, come around the corner, and attest to the fact that she came banging on the door. By the time we got back, the cops are on the scene. I don't know what she's telling them, but when I get there and I tell them my side, one of the cops says, yes, what he said is what happened.
How does the cop know?
Because neighbors told them.
Oh.
Witnesses, I'm standing, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm yelling on the corner.
What happened?
I have a letter notarized from the person that I went with, Minnie Duran, saying a totally old story.
Well, what happened?
I went after church. I got out of church
go,
and
here we
I told
go.
Minnie, listen.
Here we go, after church. Stop. Go ahead, what
I
happened?
came out of church and having lunch with my best friend for 16 years. And I said to her, listen, I've been texting him, can you go with me? And I want to speak to him, see what I can, get out of him because he's ignoring the texts. He knows that he owes me this. So lo and behold, I did knock on the door. I couldn't really speak because I had laryngitis that day. So then he comes out, all, hate to say it, gangster, with his phone like this. Let's call your husband. Let's call him right now. I'm saying, what's wrong with you? Cursing, yelling, and saying to me, you can't be coming here. You can't be doing this. And I said, but I'm trying to talk to you. Let's talk. He goes, well, if you want to talk to me, go stand in the corner. Go in the corner, go away. And I looked at him like, I'm not one of your tricks. Don't talk to me like I'm like I'm someone from the street that you just picked up and you want her in the corner. I says, no. We need to talk. We need to straighten out the situation. So he runs back in the house, his apartment. I'm walking. So he comes back out with his hoodie. And he was like, come on. We're going to talk. And still with the phone.
That is not
so
true.
I'm saying to him, why are you getting like this? It shouldn't have to come to this. We know each other for a while. We have history. How are you going to do me like this when you know everyone else left my house, paid my house, did what they had to do? I just want you to be sincere from the beginning to the end. Well, I ain't going to do nothing, and this and that. Then I said to my girlfriend...
What reason did he give you for not paying you?
He gave me the reason for not paying me. He wasn't going to pay me at this point, Your Honor. He was saying he ain't paying me nothing. I got it under Texas as well.
Is one of the things that he said that the apartment's illegal and you don't have a right to collect rent?
He said that, but you know what? He wasn't going to be there. He was going to be upstairs, and that's why he's caught in a lie, because he knew that was going to happen. He was going to go to the room upstairs. I'm not dumb.
Did that ever happen?
No.
No, right?
He was in that bedroom before, yeah. Other circumstances,
Did he live
yeah.
in that bedroom or did he live in the
No,
basement?
he didn't live in that bedroom. But if I may finish, Your Honor, he couldn't go up there because...
So what happened on the scene?
The first physical happened was when we were crossing the street, there was snow there. And I had slipped, and when I grabbed him to hold him, he was like to go to me, and I was, almost falling. So I'm saying to him, hold up, and we're struggling, and then I'm like, yo, but why you grabbing me like this?
Can I see the police report from that day?
Okay, actually what happens was...
Does anybody have the police report?
No report was made.
Can I see that statement from your friend?
Okay.
From my best friend.
Okay, did you break his chain?
I did.
And why did you break his chain?
To grab my fall, I grabbed his chain.
You were going to
He's
fall,
a big
so you
guy.
yanked his chain off his neck?
If I can demonstrate how I did.
No, don't demonstrate.
Because I would love to, really love to. No, I'm just saying, act it out. I'm not
use
saying,
Douglas. Come here, demonstrate for me with Douglas.
Exactly.
Come around.
Okay, come around.
Okay.
And welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So if this landlord doesn't have the legal right to rent the apartment, can she sue the tenant for rent?
I don't think she can sue him for under the circumstances that she would want to get some sort of money from it, but it could be a tort law case, but unless there was a contract written.
You sound like you know a little law, but not a lot of law. Here's the deal. It's not fair. The landlord is giving the tenant the right to live there. The tenant lives there. Can the landlord sue for rent even if it's an illegal apartment?
He could sue, but it doesn't mean
she could sue.
Okay, she can sue, but I don't think that she has a leg to stand on.
Because?
Because it's just not fair.
Okay, I got your point. Going inside the courtroom.
I have rheumatic arthritis.
Okay.
So when I was crossing the street, there was a big hill there. So I slipped and I go like this to hold him. Yes.
That's how you ended up touching him?
Yeah, that's how I ended up touching. So he was with the phone and going like this, and we're going to call your husband. And I'm like, but wait a minute. Here I am almost falling, and I grabbed the chain by accident. I just grabbed his body.
Most people
His
don't
big
confuse
body.
somebody slipping with somebody attacking them.
I did whatever I had to do not to fall because I had 3 surgeries in this knee, and I didn't want to have another one. And that's the honest truth.
Really?
I would never touch him.
Do you watch People's Court?
All the time.
Because I'm a little bit insulted that you think that I'd swallow this one.
I'm sorry you don't, but it's the truth.
Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Can I say something about that, please? Okay.
Let me see the chain.
Okay, it's on my neck.
Oh, you had it fixed already? Let me see the repair bill.
Okay.
What is this? This is just somebody's business card.
Right, $15 for the repair, And also, she also broke my zipper. Here's a receipt for that as well.
Your zipper?
Yeah.
Which
When she
zipper?
grabbed the chain, there was a zipper there.
What was it? A hoodie that she ended
No,
up...
it wasn't a hoodie. It was it was a rain jacket with a hood.
No,
and the way
wasn't.
she described, I never act like that.
No, I'm saying we don't act like that. But I have also...
Hold on one second, please. Sure. Why are you suing for $500 for criminal mischief?
That would,
If you've shown me $20
I know. If I could attest
because you
some
felt
pain-
like it. All right.
Yeah,
and
if I
why are
could-
you suing for $1,000 for harassment?
Because, first of all, she came to my new place. I just moved in to a...
It's over what we just talked about?
Yeah, I just moved to a new place.
And you're suing for $1,760 for 2.5 months back rent. What's that? You want the money you paid back? In May and June you didn't pay. So I
Right.
assume you meant April and May. I don't know what
Exactly.
you mean.
The reason why I want that back because it was an illegal conversion, and I felt that even
Yeah,
though,
but that was since back in November. You only sued
But
for the
no,
months where
okay,
the for sale sign was in front. So
but I didn't
back
find-
on your
but I didn't
faulty
find
legal
out
theory
about it
about the
until
for
the
sale
judge.
sign. But so you only went back the amount of time that she had that for sale sign outside.
Yes.
You want all your rent back since the day she put out a for sale sign.
Pretty much.
Okay, you get.
I know.
Can
I know.
Yeah, yeah,
Wishful
yeah.
thinking.
Here's how it works, folks. The question is, do you have a legal right to come to court and to say, I need the full weight of the law to help me to collect this money? And let me explain what the problem is. I have run your property. I see, and also see from what you've had, but I see from what I've looked at already, that this is an illegal rental. You cannot rent the basement of your apartment. And you can talk to your blue in the face about how eventually he was going to go into your bedroom. But the fact of the matter is that for a year, he was renting the illegal apartment. And what you're suing for is rent for the illegal apartment. You can't rent that out. You know that because the last permit that you applied for was a permit to cap the bathroom in the basement so that it no longer ends up being an illegal conversion. I see that. I'll show it to you. That's the last permit that somebody applied for in that place. You're trying to cap it so it's not considered living space to get through the violation. So you and I both know you have a violation pending in that place. The place that you rented to him. Because you didn't rent him your room. He never went to your room. He ended up only in the basement. How then do you think that you can ask me to use my power under the eyes of the law to say that is a contract that's valid and binding and you must pay it? It is as though, think about it this way, two people enter into a business deal to buy cocaine from the other person. You get the cocaine, you look at it, you say, that's not good quality stuff. I'm not paying. Judge, it wasn't good quality stuff. Let me show you what good quality is and what not good quality is. Courts are not going to get involved in things that we say you can't do. Now, as for your lawsuit against her for harassment and criminal mischief, I find in your favor for $20. I don't find what happened there harassment. I find it a very unfortunate consequence of her very real feeling that you ditched on her. Okay, I find that she does have to pay you because I don't find her explanation persuasive about how things happen. I find that she has to pay you the $20 in zipper repair and chain repair because I do find that to be her fault and not an accident of her rheumatism. I find that you're not entitled to any of the rest of the money back. That's it on your claim against her. On your claim against him, for the reasons that I've already explained, I cannot help you. Verdict for the defendant on that.
Right there, please, guys.
So the plaintiff leaves the courtroom empty-handed after this verdict here. What's your reaction to this outcome?
No, I did what I came to do. Everyone saw him, and they're going to know that he's a get-over and just wants to rent rent-free, regardless where he was living or sleeping. But it's all good. God is good. I'll get my money. Thank you.
All right, what's your feeling on this? You got a few bucks for the repair of the chain and the zipper.
To me, it's more about the principle. You know, I knew I didn't owe any money. I knew she couldn't collect, and it's more than just the money. Basically, like I said in my report, it's just a woman's being scorned.
Okay. Harvey.
You know, I actually know somebody who's going through this right now. When you're renting an apartment, it's not a bad idea to ask the landlord to see the certificate of occupancy so you can see for yourself that it's a legal apartment. Because remember, if the landlord gets busted by the Department of Building and Safety, you could end up out on the street even if the landlord doesn't take action against you. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.